Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Eight of Swords. I'm also seeing Queen of Swords here. What this is feeling like immediately is that you know that you need to do something, but you may not want to, especially because with Queen of Swords, it's usually like I have to set boundaries, or I need to advocate for myself, or I need to like respond in a way that aligns with me, but I'm having anxiety about that. And having all the swords here, it's about communication. So it can be like, I don't want them to perceive me in a certain light. I don't want to come off like a certain way, but sort of needing to do this. Because usually with Queen of Swords, it's like, if something's going on, we need to communicate it, but because it's the Queen of Swords, it's usually something where you know the other person may not be super receptive of it, or you don't want to come across like being really serious about something, but it's actually important that you communicate this. But it can sort of be like, well, what's their impression of me going to be if I let them know that I'm not okay with this, or I don't like this, or I have a boundary here, something like this. So I feel like Queen of Swords can be difficult when we're used to like people pleasing, or when we're looking for validation. Or it can just be somebody that maybe you have a hard time like standing up to, but maybe because of the potential like reaction that they would have. But let's see further and see what's going on. You're going to be happy if you do this, even though I'm seeing you be nervous about it. Like a little bit antsy here. But it seems like this is for your emotional well-being, that this would need to be done. And I'm also seeing the World here too, which feels like a pretty big deal. I feel like you're learning how to embody this energy. Meaning, on the regular, you may not perceive yourself as being much of a Queen of Swords. Like, maybe you didn't used to practice boundaries. Maybe it wasn't something that you reflected on. Maybe it wasn't something that you communicated before. Or you didn't, like, you put importance on other things and not this. Some of you, it may be like a little bit of an awkward situation. I feel like this energy comes from like when we're younger, when we're smaller, growing up, how we can be told not to be difficult or to be easygoing, or like be praised for just going along with what everybody else is doing and not like showing up in too big of a way. And so we can grow up sort of like not speaking up for ourselves or not advocating. And this is coming time where I feel like at this point it's something that you're stepping into, and you may not feel super comfortable with this yet. I don't know if it's like in general you're not super comfortable with this, but you're getting there, or if it's this particular situation. Can be either. Can also be like, I have no problem standing up to like these people, but when it comes to this type of situation, even, that's where I struggle. Like, maybe with my personal relationships, it's very easy for me to set boundaries. But then when I get into a work setting, I have a hard time advocating for myself. I do though feel like this is connected with like how you may perceive you'll come off or come across if you do this. But that's not really anything that you have control over. Yeah, I am also seeing Saturn here as well with the world. So Saturn has us doing these things that feel uncomfortable, but it feels like growing up as we're going through it. Hold on. I am seeing the Two of Cups here. Okay, so this is something that you've been working on, something that you've been doing. It may just be like, especially within your maybe closer interpersonal relationships. Can be one, can be a few. Two of Cups are usually just like a person or the people that we are closest with. The way that I'm seeing this come through here. Okay, we have relationship, we have we have Two of Cups, we have Eight of Pentacles. So this is like a relationship. Eight of Pentacles is something that we're like constantly working on, but this can also be like I'm working on my relationship with myself too, with Two of Cups. So you can see that as sort of like the merging of all of the aspects of you that you've been working on, like having this sense of completion with yourself, and then maybe extending that. Yeah, having that extend into your relationships. Now over here, I'm seeing Magician and I'm seeing Four of Swords, which feels like Eight of Pentacles and Magician feels like I've been working on this thing constantly, repetitively. I've been showing up every day to tend to this. Most likely a relationship. Four of Swords, though, looks like there's going to be a break that happens or like a pause. So it's kind of like working away on this, and then like everyone goes home because it's vacation time. So you have some days off. That's what this is feeling like. And I'm seeing that while you're having this break or while this pause is happening, I'm seeing actually like somebody come through and reach out to you. So it's not while you're in the middle of actively participating in this, it's like while you're away from it even, that's when I'm seeing information come through to you. So like this, there could have been a relationship that you have been actively participating in and like making things happen. I'm seeing something that you've invested like a whole lot of energy into. So this isn't just something that you started yesterday. This is something that you've been doing for a while. This relationship, something that you've been working at, been working on. Magician and Four of Swords is kind of like I need to regroup, I need to rest, I need to get my energy back up, I need to do whatever it is that I need to do to be able to come back at this 100%. So there's a lull, there's a vacation, okay, within the cycle. Then I'm seeing as you're like getting your little nap in because you're on vacation over here, we have somebody coming through to talk to you. I feel like it's in your downtime or something like that. Like it's like when you're off. Because over here I'm seeing you be on. But then over here I'm seeing you be off. And I'm seeing that's when this comes through. So it may be, I don't know if it's expected to come through at that time. Because you're kind of like not really in that mentality is what it's feeling like. It's like purposely taking a break from that. So you can sort of do whatever it is that you need to do to recharge. So somebody's coming through, they want to talk to you. I'm hearing Aries very strongly. I'm not seeing any Aries here, but I'm hearing that really strongly. So I'm seeing Knight of Swords, I'm seeing Three of Pentacles. So again, like on your downtime over here, you have this person coming through and being like, hey, I want to talk to you. I'm seeing Three of Pentacles. So this is somebody being like, I'm trying to have an exchange with you. They want to like work with you. They want to interact with you. But I'm also seeing the Tower here too. So there could have been something that, I don't know, something that happened that wasn't expected, that's connected with working with this person or collaborating with this person. But this is like somebody, the feeling that I get from this, Three of Pentacles is when somebody's like, I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to communicate. You know, it's like all of the vibes that you get from a collaboration. So collaboration isn't just like you at work with your coworkers. I mean like a collaboration here where there's like a sense of agreeableness, and I'm going to hold space and listen to what you have to say, and I'm going to actively communicate with you because I'm trying to work together with you. So it's very like open to participating. But because of the way that this person is coming through, I don't know if this maybe wasn't known before or it wasn't clarified before, but it almost feels like maybe news to you that they want to work with you in this way. And I'm also seeing a Tower too, so it makes it seem like just this not really being in the playbook here. But I'm also seeing the Sun too, which can mean that things sort of like break loose or come to light. Yeah, just as far as like planet wise, because there are no zodiacs here, we're looking at Saturn, Mercury, and Mars. Saturn can be things that happen very slowly. Like they're going to get accomplished, but it takes a while to do it. It's like the most monotonous course ever that you're moving through. So that happens. And so it can be like, I see that we're doing well and that we're like on track here, but I feel like it takes a while to sort of get to where we're trying to go or to like accomplish things or complete things. So that can be like Saturn, the slow-mo energy here. And then you have Mercury, which Mercury is very like fast-paced, moving around, like sort of darty movements that we do, and it also has to do with communication as well. And then you have Mars, which is like very, very quick, like a punchy energy. So to have Saturn up at the top, it could have been like something that was moving very slowly. And then to have Mercury and Mars connecting with one another, I feel like something happens that is at a very different pace than how things were moving before. Like a very, where things were maybe moving, like having Mercury and Mars is like things go 10 times faster than it was going when we were just in this like little Saturn aspect of the cycle. So it would happen at a very quick pace that's very different from how we started out here. So it can feel like there's a lot of movement that happens then. Like a lot happening even in a condensed period of time. Especially like in relation to how things were moving in the beginning. Okay. Person comes through, hey, I want to work together. You are like, I was definitely not expecting this. I didn't think this was going to happen, or I didn't think that this was going to happen now, or just for some reason I'm getting that it was not something that you thought was going to happen. Like I'm actually seeing you be genuinely surprised here by this person coming through and letting you know this. Especially too, because Four of Swords, it's like on your day off you get this information. So it's like sort of when you least expect it is what it feels like. And I'm also seeing this person be very, very clear with you as well. Like very clear and straight to the point. And with that being said, I'm getting that then you get to sort of decide what you want to do here. Having a start with 8 of Swords and then end with 2 of Swords, it's like I'm anxious about making this choice. Almost like I'm not really sure what I want to do here, what I should do here. But I feel like you have to respond, which also makes sense having this Queen of Swords here too, because at first it almost felt like it could have been the King of Swords there. But King of Swords is when you're initiating something, when like you're the first one to do something. Queen of Swords is generally a response to something that's happening because it's the feminine energy. So it's like this is going on and I'm then responding to that. I'm taking it in and then I'm giving something back to it. So that's when that energy gets activated. So let's check this out. Yeah, I'm seeing you feeling really in your head about a connection that you have with somebody. 8 of Swords, 2 of Cups. It's like you can be worrying about this connection. You can be like feeling stuck. Maybe you can't get it out of your head. Maybe you just feel like something isn't ideal, or you're nervous about something, or like 8 of Swords is like actually a pretty uncomfortable place to be in mentally. So it's just like mental stress about the connection. And 2 of Cups is generally a significant relationship. Then I'm seeing that somebody's coming through to clarify something for you. So it almost seems like 8 of Swords can be that sort of like waiting to be freed. And I feel like whatever it is that this person comes through and tells you, or like the even presence of them showing up here, I feel like it frees you from this space that you're in. That's what I'm seeing be implied here. But I wonder too if they sort of knew that you were sweating about this, because I almost feel like the way that you're coming across within your energy, I feel like they may not, even though I'm seeing you be in the 8 of Swords, they may not pick up on that. Like you may play it off actually really well. I don't know if you're trying to or not, but you're coming across as the Queen of Swords. And nobody sees the Queen of Swords sweating. So it can be somebody that's like so anxious about like standing their ground or communicating or responding in a particular way, like wanting to be taken seriously. Like you can be shaking in your boots over here. This person has no idea at all. I feel like maybe you're gonna... I feel like you're gonna give this person some rules or something like that. Be like, no messing around. Like, I'm getting just a serious vibe from this Queen of Swords here. Like, this is how it's gonna be. Like, I'm seeing you be in a very, like, bossy position over here. Just, like, very matter of fact. Like, stakes feel kind of high as well, having 8 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles here. Like maybe you don't want them to mess up what you have going on here. So you're like, if you want to play in the playpen with me, you got to act right. It's something like that you're telling them. So maybe you're not like the most welcoming committee to this person, but I see you just want to be very like frank with them first. It seems like just like let them know how it is and communicate what needs to be communicated. And I feel like the other stuff is going to then unfold after that. Because I do feel like there's a conversation about like what's being worked on and how we're working together as well. it's like what we're showing up to do together and also how we're showing up to do that. And I feel like it's all centered around your relationship with this person. And it's like feeling happiest when we're working together. And then we have the Magician here too. So it's like both of us are trying to get on the same page here, manifesting happiness. And Three of Pentacles is feeling like maybe both of you guys are ready to sort of work with one another now. Or like this person is coming through and being like, hey, I'm ready to show up for real now. And that can be what this Two of Swords is about, like what you actually want to do. Because for some of you, you've been on a little break from this person, is what I'm seeing. Like you could have had things going on with you and them, and you could have set boundaries with them and something happened. I even feel like you could have been in the middle of something and then a tower happens, and then I'm seeing that be connected with Saturn. And then I'm seeing there be sort of this like pulling back energy here. And Saturn can be like the closing of a chapter. So we see a tower happen, which can be something that was not in the script ends up happening between you and this person. And then it's like the cliffhanger happens, and then the show gets turned off to have tower and to have the world here. So it's like, what happened? Like, is something wrong with the TV? Are we just going to a commercial and there are going to be like more minutes on the episode? It's one of those moments. But then I'm actually seeing it's like, wait until next season to see what happens. But I feel like now this person is coming through and you have to decide. But it's sort of while you're in that interim space is what it feels like, the timing of this. And maybe that's also why you're sort of like no nonsense with them when they come through. Because I'm seeing you be very like serious about what it is that you're doing here. I don't think, again, because of you being on your off time here, I don't think that you thought that you would be seeing them. It's like, I thought we're in the middle of episodes right now. I didn't think that I was going to see you until we were in the next episode, but it's like during the commercial break they come through. That's how I'm seeing this be. So I feel like they catch you in your PJs or something here. But that's when they were ready to come through, I guess. But I do feel like the timing is just funny with this. You got a lot going on. Some of you have some big responsibilities that you're taking care of currently. You're going to have to see if this is going to work for you. You may feel like this is added stress that you don't want to take on right now. I'm not saying that it has to be like that, but it can be, certain things are going to have to be shifted around if this is going to work. Because I'm seeing some of you, I'm hearing high profile. Maybe you have a high profile job or just something where it's like you take it very seriously. I just want to pull a couple more cards and see. Actually, I'm going to clarify, see why this Four of Cups is here. I feel like you're at a spot where, like, you don't want to be taking on unnecessary stress. Like, see this person. This person needs help. Like, things are not being prioritized properly. And I feel like they're showing up to this other person and being like, trying to bring all of this over here, and this person's like, don't give that to me, take care of it yourself. It's one of those moments where it's like, you may not want to take on the baggage that's coming with this, but that's not to say you're going to say, like definitely yes or definitely no to this. It just feels like something's gonna have to be shifted around in order for this to work. And clarifying the Four of Cups is the Three of Cups, which is an interesting thing to see. Like maybe you just feel like this person like brings a bit of a rambunctious energy into the dynamic. And maybe you also feel like, I don't know, something happened. Some of you guys may have gotten hurt by this person as well. And you're like, I don't know if I want to sign up for that, because what if something like that happens again? Let me see if we got anything else here. Let's clarify actually the 10 of Wands. Look, you really can't make this up. I don't know if I showed you guys before, but I said it was the Three of Cups and it literally just popped out again. I do feel like the relationship may have been stressful with this person in the past. Some of you, this is like a friendship type of relationship or like something socially. But there can also be, I don't know, with King of Wands, there can potentially be attraction, but it doesn't have to be. There are lots of different ways that we can be attracted to a person. Like we can platonically be attracted to their personality or their creativity or just the way that they live their life. We can appreciate them. We can want to be around them. That sort of thing. So attraction can be a lot of different stuff. It's just like a pull towards them. And maybe you also feel like they're quite charming as well, having it be the King of Wands. But there can also be a feeling of maybe them being a little bit insensitive of your feelings, because I'm seeing this Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So it can be that, I don't know, the way that the dynamic between a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups, if they're like not fully in their like more matured energy, is that King of Wands can be a bit abrasive or maybe like insensitive sometimes and a little bit selfish, but very like sweet and charming when they want something. And so it can be hard to say no to them as the Queen of Cups. And Queen of Cups can not set boundaries and be like, I just want to make you happy, and then feel like they're betraying themselves and then feel like anger or animosity, like that sort of thing. And so it can just breed a lot of tension within the dynamic, because you have one person trying to please the other one sort of taking a bit, and so things can be a little bit off balance. But I feel like that's the importance of you showing up in the energy of the Queen of Swords here to ensure that that doesn't happen, because we have Queen of Swords next to 10 of Cups. So this is like, I'm not placing boundaries because I'm being cold with you or because I don't want you around. I do want you around, but I also need to be looking out for myself here, my mental health, and also my pursuit of happiness. And I learned my lesson last time with you that I have to advocate for myself, because this may be somebody that kind of like runs you over if you don't do that. And not because they're trying to hurt you, they just may have like a strong personality. And so they may be somebody where they're like, do you have a preference? And you're like twirling your hair in your finger like, no, I don't have a preference, we can do whatever you want, while you secretly do have a preference. And then they're like making all of the plans and you don't really want to do it because it's not what's making you happy. So I do feel like things can work with you and this person. It's just about you actually showing up as yourself rather than what you think they want you to be, and just being agreeable. It's about you stepping into your authenticity, which I'm getting again, like having 8 of Swords. It may not be easy, it may not be comfortable for you to do, but it's something that you're working on, because you know that that's what is connected with your pursuit of happiness. And when you're not doing that, you're feeling opposite and you're feeling disconnected. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.